Huh? Where am I? A boat? Man, I ache all over. And that light. Just a sec. Hold on. Give me a minute here. Let's see. I escaped with Joshua on Simon's snowmobile. We got as far as Sicily, and from there to Anchorage, where we hopped on a flight to San Diego, since we were supposed to meet Sushi there, and then, I don't know. I can't remember anything else. Truth is, I feel like I've been asleep for 3 days. Joshua's missing, and what in the world am I supposed to do now? It's used to open the door, I bet. Behind the first glass door is another that seals shut in order to create a sea-locked chamber to keep water from sinking the boat. Nah, there's nothing I need in there. "2,000 Leagues Under the Sea" by Jules Verne. I wonder if it's some sort of elevator. Let's see what happens when I press this button. Isn't that... Sushi!
Brian! You finally woke up.
It's amazing to see you again.
No, I'm the one who's excited. So how are you feeling?
Well, a bit nervous, because besides the whole Gina problem, the soldiers and the Trantonite, I can't even remember how I got here. The truth is, I don't even know where we are.
Ha ha ha. I got here this morning, but from what Rutger told me about last night, I'm not surprised your memory is shot. And as for the Trantonite, everything has been fixed. You don't have to worry about a thing.
What?
Let me explain. It turns out that a man flying in some bizarre device was painted inside a tomb within the ancient Mayan ruins of Palenque. It's so weird, it looks like a spaceship, so much so that people call it the astronaut of Palenque. As soon as I found out, I took off for Palenque. The stone has to be there. The first thing they told me when I got there is that the tomb was robbed more than 5 centuries ago. 5 centuries! Finding the stone was going to be impossible. Luckily, they gave me a hot contact, Paco, a Spanish student obsessed with the whole topic, and he just happened to be working at the temple ruins then. So nobody knows where it might be now? I mean, whatever was inside that tomb?
Don Inigo de Malantuñez y Gagnon. Search for him.
Where can I find him?
No idea. Probably at the bottom of the sea, since he was one of the cruelest pirates of the 16th century. Nobody knows how his galleon, the Orion, managed to survive the harshest tempests, or come out unscathed from battles with much better armed vessels. Legend even has it that his ship's figurehead shined like the sun. However, his sailors assured it was all thanks to a lucky charm made of stone. An awesome object that Malantuñez supposedly found in his youth.
And now you're going to tell me the miraculous item came from that robbed grave, right?
You are right. I've been researching, and it appears that as a kid, Captain Malantunes worked for the conquistador Hernan Cortez. He had the bad fortune of falling in love with Malinche, who was none other than his commander's lover. Cortez challenged him to a duel, ripped out his eye, and left him in the jungles of Chiapas, fewer than 30 miles from the city of Palenque.
So you're suggesting that Malantunes stole something from the grave, which protected him for the rest of his life? Very interesting. But how can I find his trail?
There's evidence that in 1564 he stole the map of the Manila route, the Spanish crown's best-kept treasure. It could have made him richer than the king himself. After that, his trail is lost. Perhaps he set sail for the Philippines. But if you're so interested, why don't you go look in the archives of the Indies?
I had heard that everything written on Spain's colonies in the Americas could be found in the archives of the Indies in Seville, Spain, and that even professional treasure hunters go there to locate sunken galleons. So I expressed my gratitude to Paco and vamoosed to Seville.
You're unbelievable, Sushi.
Hold on, the hardest part had yet to begin. I'm accustomed to breaking passwords and codes, pushing a button and getting quick results. But when I saw the work I'd have to do in Seville...
Here it is. In this aisle you'll find everything you need about galleons, which disappeared from 1560 to 1570. Look for whatever you want, and don't worry about making noise. I'll be alone tonight.
I searched through book after book, galleon after galleon, and pirate after pirate until... Captain Malantunes of the Orion. That was it. I found a short passage of what seemed to be Malantunes' memoirs, taken down by a female prisoner who was with him. On the last pages, his scribe wrote that an English boat had sunk the Orion, and after being rescued, this record keeper went on and on about what a scoundrel Malantunes was. Lucky for us, the date of the shipwreck is mentioned, March 6th, 1564. 6 days after the Orion set sail on a journey from Acapulco to Manila. I had everything I needed to locate the approximate position of the galleon. So I checked maps from those days, did some calculations, and finally managed to determine an exact point in the Pacific Ocean. That's the whole story, Brian. I charted the possible shipwreck site to an area of less than 80 square nautical miles. Then I called Saturn and told him what direction to take.
80 square miles? Isn't that a lot?
Don't you believe it. A half hour ago, I programmed the sonar to look for underwater objects with the volume of the Orion. And in a few hours, it will start to relay its potential coordinates to us. Using that data, Dean Grassick will dive down to find out whether we've hit the jackpot or we have to continue the search. My time estimate is little more than 2 weeks. 3 weeks tops.
Sushi, that's too long. We have to find some other solution.
It's a difficult operation, Brian. The Douglas III's sonar is equipped with the most advanced submarine detection technology. So, unless you can come up with some sort of miracle, we'll have to wait.
Wait a sec. I think I may have missed something. You must have millions of frequent flyer miles from all those trips you've taken.
Don't think this was easy for me, Brian. If I hadn't had the Douglas Corporation's financial backing, we wouldn't be here now.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Whatever you want.
Who is this Dean Graphic?
Dean Grassick. You've never heard of him? But he's the greatest adventurer and treasure hunter in history. I hired him to go down to the ocean floor and retrieve the Trantonite.
I've never heard of anyone named Dean Grassick.
You don't watch much TV, do you? His program, The Grassic Adventure, is one of the highest rated shows on primetime TV. I recommend it, because it's as if you were really there with him. Fighting against wild monkeys in the jungle, searching for treasures and ruins, and fighting against polar bears. Dean takes a camera on all his adventures, and every evening he broadcasts images of the most amazing parts of that day's adventures. Plus, he's so cute.
Can we trust him?
Of course, he's a man of perfect moral integrity. For example, he is so generous he even held a contest among the country's youths, and the winner got to go with him on his next adventure. He is a man of his word, as you can see. He's traveling with Camille, the French girl who won the contest.
What part of the boat is he in now?
A while ago, he told me he'd be in the sea lock room, tuning up the diving equipment.
I'd rather not talk about him anymore.
Don't be that way, Brian. You'll see how nice he is.
Speaking of Rutger and Saturn,
Yes?
now, how is it they came too?
When you IM'd me about Trantor and the amoeba, I thought it would be a good idea to bring along a man of science. So before departing from Douglasville, I asked Saturn to join my team. As for Rutger, well, that was a bit more spur of the moment.
They're nice guys, but I think we've discussed their participation enough.
Okay, whatever you say.
Let's continue this conversation later, okay?
Whenever you wish, Brian.
I'm really grateful to Sushi for all she's done, but we can't wait for 2 weeks. Alpha said their time is running out, so Gina's life depends on me acting fast. I don't know how, but I have to find a way to locate the sunken galleon in the Trantonite before it's too late. Well, look who's here. I'm gonna go say hello. Rutger, long time no see.
Yo, Brian! Feeling better than yesterday!
This may seem weird to you, but I can't remember anything.
Of course! That's the nice part of Barbados.
Actually, the last thing I remember is that I got to the port in San Diego with my friend Joshua and...
Slow down, man! Slow down! That little amnesia you have is caused by the berries I put in Barbados.
Berries?
The only way to remember what happened is...
Oh, just my luck. Raw salmon again.
Salmon? You are one crazy man! No, the only thing I can do is refresh your memory.
Ugh, I was afraid of something like this.
Come on now. Yesterday evening, I left the yacht to wander at the view and fill my lungs with clean ocean air.
Tell me now, how far can you go? When singing ends and you're walking in a beating rain. Summer warms, the cold wind is chilling. In the wind, now I hear a voice ringing. Just
Sugar came to me, let me show you something. Can you see that girl being told? Somebody did to her, and now how is her feel? Oh my God, that hurts. And what happened then? What happened then? Happened then? Happened then? No, no.
I'm hungry! Are we
Calm
there
down. Sushi's yacht must be nearby.
yet? Oh no! A Tripatyrus fatocranium! The most perverse species in the universe!
She ran away as far as she can from that.
Run, Brian, or it will devour you with its brain-sucking head!
Rutger,
What happened then?
Hey, Brian,
my friend, it's been so long.
is that raw doing okay?
Hey, don't worry about Joshua. Where's Sushi?
She said to take off upon your arrival, and that she's gonna catch up later by a helicopter.
Oh, we arranged to meet up in Palenque when we were IMing. And yesterday she sent me a message at the Anchorage airport saying she's waiting here in San Diego. You wouldn't happen to know why.
No, come on, I'll finish the bong and we get down to navigating. You gonna help me finish it off? Go back to your two-bit constellation, you coward, fat-headed beast!
Thanks, Rutger. I haven't slept for days and I can hardly keep my eyes open.
No problem, man. Just lie down in the stateroom, and you're gonna come out fresh as an herb.
Impossible. I can't sleep in trains, planes, or automobiles, so forget about boat naps.
That's 'cause you never try my herby dose.
Don't trust that nut, Brian! It's probably some sort of perverse potion!
Is a recipe based on herbs, mushrooms, wild berries, seeds, everything natural. Good stuff. It's refined to fight the insomnia. And you'll have some amazing dreams, better than with your wascal.
I don't know, Rucker. Your recipes have always seemed a bit potent to me.
Of course, that's why they're so cool. Let's dine. You have some herbidos, and hey man, you're gonna sleep better than a zombie.
Now I remember. But I refused to take the Herbidos.
Yeah, but didn't you find the orange juice a little strong? Besides, now you're in an amazing mood, no?
Well, I don't agree with what you've done, but I guess you're right on that one.
I haven't felt such inner peace for a long time.
But explain one thing to me.
What?
The ingredients of Herbidos are legal, aren't they?
Don't worry, be happy, man. We be 12 miles from the coast, so sit back and enjoy.
That's the telepathic helmet you've got there, isn't it?
Telepathic? Well, it's the one that you gave to that bird-brained Saturn a while back, man. But I want it fair and square, and it's mine now. I brought it to the boat, 'cause it really freaks me out. But for the last 3 days, it don't work. Typical overvalued Babylon machine. By the way, Joshua came here before, man, and told me he had a similar device. But that his was much awesomer and less pathetic.
That whole thing about Saturn being an idiot, it's all in good fun, right?
No, I say it in the worst way. Saturn, imbecile.
Actually, Joshua built it to communicate with the Trantorians. When he managed to get abducted, I kept it.
Oh yeah, and that whole thing about the Martians and the stone they lost. I know how difficult it is, 'cause I lost one the other day, and I felt an evil feeling at the tip of me dreadlocks.
The important thing here is not the helmet, it's...
It's what?
We'll talk later, Wrecker.
Sure, man.
That's the telepathic helmet Joshua made to communicate with Trantor, which I gave to Saturn as a gift. Okay, I'll grab it.
No, man.
What?
Don't want to make you vex, man, but the helmet is mine, and it stays here.
It's huge. Maybe I can use it for something. It's a hog bristle broom. Very durable. Pots, hose, insecticide, hoe. Darn, nothing I need.
Take the sand, man.
What?
The sand in those sacks is so finely fine. I'm in awe. Please take one.
Thanks, but I don't think I need any sand.
You must be pulling my weed, man. Such fine sand. Please take the sand or I will lose my temper.
Okay already, I'll take a sack. Great, now I have this thing to lug around all day. It's a sort of water pipe that allows you to inhale the fumes of the... well, I mean the aromatherapy things that Rucker uses. Yeah, let's see what's in there. Look who's here! Saturn!
Well, look, it's Sleeping Beauty. Did you dream about anything interesting, BB?
Well, no, I didn't. I don't remember what I dreamt.
Oh, poor thing. Are you aware that Friedrich Kekulé discovered the hexagonal structure of the benzene molecule thanks to a dream?
Well, no, but...
And that Robert Louis Stevenson came up with Jekyll and Hyde while he was asleep?
That's very interesting, but...
There are no ifs, ands, or buts. So listen, stop contradicting me and tell me about you.
Hey, about that helmet I gave you.
Yeah, I know you gave it to me, but now it belongs to that Jamaican joyrider.
Why does Rutger have the helmet?
Because he's a perfect idiot, that's why. Anyway, I've designed a better one. The hairdo helmet. It'll be the first helmet that doesn't mess up your hair. Just the opposite, because it'll come with an advanced internal hairstyling system. It'll wash your hair, cut it, do perms. You know, I'm even thinking of adding some arms that'll do manicures. Rutger will turn green with envy.
Did you know the helmet stopped working?
Yeah, Sushi told me about 3 days ago. In the beginning, I thought it was just that idiot's fault. But Joshua explained that it's actually a telepathic helmet that can be used to communicate with Trantorian beings. But since their stone was robbed, the line has been cut off.
Let's forget the helmet for a moment.
Yeah, BB, let's talk about something less unpleasant.
Well, about the Trantonite we're looking for.
Your friend Joshua told me about it. I'd love to get a glimpse of that stuff.
Huh. Joshua still hasn't explained anything to me about the Trantonite.
He hasn't? Well, he says it gives off as many neutrinos as the sun, or even more. I don't know if you know, but neutrinos are particles with hardly any mass that can pass through any solid body without changing direction.
Oh, yeah, of course. I studied physics at the university. I remember that they're created through beta disintegration, and wow, it's too bad they can only be seen using a neutrino detector, because otherwise... Are you thinking the same thing I am?
Do you also think the Mega Fan mixer will work better if I add saws to the mincing blades?
No, Saturn. If we could build a neutrino detector, we could figure out where the Trantonite is, couldn't we?
Awesome! I hadn't thought of that. Just yesterday, I was reading an article about neutrino detectors in this month's Do-It-Yourself Science Illustrated. You have to fill a glass tank with fresh water, put photomultipliers in place, and, wait, I better look it up. Improvements in ultra-energy neutrino detectors on pages 31 through 34. Let's see, 28, 29, 30. Dang! The ones where the article should be. I bet that French girl did this.
Huh?
You know, man, the one who came here with Dean Grassick. The poor girl was so bored, I lent her my magazine. She seems so nice. And then she goes and steals just the article we need.
Don't worry, I'll try to get it back.
Let's hope. And try to solve that fresh water problem as well. As for the photomultipliers, that's a piece of cake. We'll use the telepathic helmet sensors. Joshua told me they increase the neutrino's mass and turn it into photons, so it has to work. The only problem is that fool Rutger has the helmet, and I don't know if he's going to want to give it to you. As long as you're going, tell him he's got so much nerve it won't fit in his hat.
If the planet is called Trantor, shouldn't it be called Trantorite instead of Trantonite?
You really get bored, don't you?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we have time to analyze the stone.
Well, it's a shame, because I think it would be wicked as part of my two-mouth bottle.
Getting back to our original topic, you haven't seen Joshua lately, have you?
He just left a minute ago. I am amazed with his cultural knowledge.
Joshua? What did he say?
I'm hungry. Exactly the same words uttered by Mike the Melting Pot Orchard in 1935, right before demonstrating in the flesh that ingesting a set of chrome-plated horseshoes is lethal to human beings.
What's that you're working on there?
Oh, I knew the mini-sub would draw your interest. You don't see a work of techno art like this one every day. And it was a huge success at the last Burning Man Festival, the most advanced art event in the US of A.
What exactly is the mini-sub?
It's a state-of-the-art mutant vehicle, especially indicated for use in underwater explorations. You see, when Dean Grassick goes down to the Orion, it will light up his field of vision. And at the same time, it'll send the images to the command post in the yacht so that we can take action in the event of danger.
Is it broken?
No, but first I was trying it out in the simulation tank in the cargo hold. And it seemed to me that I could improve the sine wave function to make it more flexible in motion. Plus, I was thinking that if I stick on some electromagnets, I could recycle it to use for underwater skiing.
What is the Burning Man Festival?
Well, it's totally amazing, BB.
Very interesting. But let's discuss more important affairs.
Whatever you say, BB.
I'm gonna see what else I can do around here, Saturn.
Okay, BB. See you later.
Alrighty, Saturn.
Hey, wait! Since there's a glass tank in the cargo hold, We can build the neutrino detector in there. Right now it contains salt water, so you'll have to empty it out and prepare everything so we can refill it with fresh water. You won't have any trouble, because all the water that comes out of the yacht's faucets is fresh. But I told you, as soon as you finish with the tank, get the telepathic helmet back and retrieve that article on the neutrino detector. Come tell me, and I'll get to work.
No, I have enough experience with these number pads to know you can't guess the password at random. Up we go. Listen, Sushi.
Yes, Brian?
I've seen there's a password-protected door.
And you want me to give you the password, right? Well, store this in your memory. 0512.
0512. Thanks, Sushi.
No sweat. Anything else?
Let's continue this conversation later, okay?
Whenever you wish, Brian.
I believe Sushi said the password is 0512. Let's try. Got it! Hello?
Bonjour, Brian. How do you feel?
Have we met before?
But of course, at dinner yesterday. You were a bit, how would you say, dizzy?
Well, actually, I don't remember much of what happened yesterday. I don't even remember your name.
Don't worry, it sometimes happens. My name is Camille.
Nice to meet you, Camille. It's a pleasure to meet you again.
The same to you, Brian.
I'm ready, Hostov. You come here, baby. Hit it, you pretty woman. I'm dying for my lunch.
Camera rolling.
I am Dean Grassic, and let me say bienvenidos to the Grassic Adventure with Dean Grassic, your favorite show. Broadcasting from Miami to the world, baby. You know why? Because I, Dean Grassic, promise tons of real adventure with money-back guarantee. You know why, amigo? Because I live tons of real adventures every day. You know why, amigo? Because I, Dean Grassic, am the greatest adventurer on the planet. The only one who can do the amazing stuff. You know why, amigo? Because I am oh, darn it! Watch your hands, Chiquita.
You're the one who messed up. You keep forgetting the script.
Listen, baby. You just do your work. Anyway, you beauty. I'm going to concentrate, and we'll start over.
Wow, Camille. I didn't know that.
Hey, muchacho, don't bother my Chiquita. She's working.
You're Dean, right?
You guessed right. It's me, the one and only Dean Grassic. But don't be embarrassed to speak to me. Just treat me like an everyday guy. I'm your brother.
Sure, Dean. I'm Brian.
The teenager who has put me into the Orion's path?
Yeah, well...
You're hot stuff, amigo. Despite your lack of experience, you have really helped me out. But your contribution is done with, brother. I'm going to the bottom of the seas to get back the amazing rock. 'Cause I'm the greatest adventurer you'll ever know. Dean Grassic, the answer to all your troubles.
Thanks, but I'd like to finish this on my own.
You are chilling, my brother. Courage is a great sign of the rookie adventurer. But you shouldn't try to hop on a running bus. Just hold on un momento, 'cause I'm gonna do you a big favor. All day today, I will answer your questions for free, placing all the wisdom of the Grassic Adventure method within your reach. Take advantage of this ultra cool offer and pose your questions, my friend.
Seriously, I want to be the one to go to the sunken galleon.
Keep it cool, my brother. Do you think I'd dive to the Orion if I weren't the best? Keep your blinkers on me, amigo. And after a while, you may be ready to become a real adventurer.
Keep recording. I'm out of here.
Yeah, let's quit the talk, or I have to work overtime.
Ay, come on, Dionisio. You can do this. Team Gracie. Dionisio, you are the best.
It's much newer than the one I used in Alaska. It's used to break the glass in the event of an emergency. I don't know where that goes. I have a feeling this won't be easy, but I must. I can't. Yeah, let's see where this heads to. It looks like I'm in the cargo hold. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Those holes in the ceiling look like the hatches in the deck that they load the cargo through. Saturn said to empty it out because it's full of salt water, and we need fresh water. Well... I'd guess it's used to empty the tank. Yeah, that seems like the most logical way to empty the tank. Let's try it. Huh. This seems to be connected to a suction pump. Because otherwise I can't explain how it went so fast. Hatches to deck. Better leave them closed or a bird might fly in. Hey, let's see who answers. Hello? Anyone there?
Brian? Is that you? What do you want?
Nothing, Sushi. See you later. Better leave them... It apparently leads to cargo hold 2. Well, open sesame. Whoa! It almost chopped my foot off. It must be broken, because it doesn't seem normal for it to close just because you release the button. Great idea. Presto! Plus, it looks like the broom will hold steady. That was a major pain. However, I better get some excellent payback inside. Oh man, this must be my lucky day. I knew good fortune would smile upon me sooner or later. This was truly a challenge, but the reward is beyond comparison. A bag of plastic ties. And they're the beautiful white ones, too. My favorite. Well, I'll check to see if there's anything else around here. Nope, nothing of interest to me. Let's look on the other side. No, nothing there either. However, as far as I can tell, this cargo hold is symmetrical to the other one, with the hatch and everything. Where have I... There's a long hose inside for use in the event of a fire. However, I think it'll be a real nice thing to have for filling the sea lock tank with fresh water. Since Saturn claims the water in the boat's taps is fresh, I can use it to fill the sea lock tank. Up we go. Listen, Sushi.
Yes, Brian?
I wanted to mention something to you about Dean.
I can tell you find him interesting.
I've already met Dean, and I'm not very sure whether I like him.
Nonsense! The thing is, you've gotten so used to dealing with your own problems that you can't accept a little help from someone like Dean.
Don't get offended, but I'd rather go down and get the stone by myself.
You have shown signs of great courage and intelligence, but Dean has years of adventures behind him. It wouldn't be right to refuse his help.
I'd rather not talk about him anymore.
Don't be that way, Brian.
Speaking of Rucker and Saturn,
Yes?
they seem to be in a bit of a tiff.
They're unbearable, aren't they? Well, it's almost like dragging two fighting teenagers around, each pressuring the other before they kiss and make up.
They're nice guys, but I think we've discussed their participation enough.
Okay, whatever you say.
Let's continue this conversation later, okay?
Whenever you wish, Brian.
It looks like you need a key to open it. No, I'm not that thirsty either. Let's see if... I can't. Getting inside... What if it had been the garbage chute? Up we go. Listen, Sushi.
Yes, Brian?
You wouldn't happen to have the key to the glass emergency cases, would you?
What is the deal with you guys in these glass cases today? Joshua came to ask about the same thing just a while ago. Lucky thing I have another copy, otherwise...
Thanks, Sushi. One other thing. Let's continue this conversation later, okay?
Whenever you wish, Brian.
I'm sure there was a hose in there before. How are you, Camille?
Très bien, as you can see.
How is it you're working for Dean?
No, I do not work for him. I won a contest, and the prize was to experience his next adventure with him. You do not know how many people would pay to be in my place. I had very much the luck.
Oh yeah, I think Sushi mentioned that. That Dean is a show-off.
No, don't say that. Dean is the greatest adventurer in history.
Though...
No, nothing.
Let's drop the topic of Dean, or I'm a wretch.
Okay, as you wish.
You wouldn't happen to know where Saturn's magazine is?
Mon Dieu, how embarrassing. Tell Saturn I will return the missing pages, but right now I cannot.
But what happened?
Well, I sat here to read, and Dean asked me for the paper to wrap his lunch. I was so absorbed with reading, though, I hardly heard him. A bit later he appeared, a little bothered because I don't pay attention to him, and he said, "Why don't you bring the paper to me if you have it right there, hotcakes?" or something like that. Then he ripped out some pages and returned to the Sealock room. I meant to tell Saturn, but I had a bit the shame.
Don't worry. You'll see. Dean will return them to me lickety-split. Anyway, see you around, Camille.
I'm ready, Hostov. You come here, baby. I got it, you have, babe. Let's record until the sun goes down.
There's a weird vehicle inside, like a jet ski with huge propellers. I wouldn't want to have to ride one, to be honest.
And let me say bienvenidos to the Grassic Adventure with Dean Grassic, your favorite show. Broadcasting from Miami to the world, baby. Why? Because I saw the most amazing, oh my God.
They remind me of the ones that singer in U2 wears.
You keep forgetting the script.
Watch your mouth with me, baby. It's okay, mamacita.
They're too heavy, man. Not on your life.
Come on, Dionisio. You can do this. It's your favorite show. Aye. Come on, Dionisio. You can do this. The most dazzling enigmas. The most dazzling enigmas. Dionisio, you are...
It's full of plastic tubes. I don't know. They must be for diving. Sure, I'll take one. These things always come in handy, even if it's just to use as part of a practical joke.
Recording.
Well, I already have one, but two could be nice. Cool. I have two identical tubes to play with today. I'm not really in favor of wasting these excellent plastic ties, but if I must... Well, that's done. Yes! I'll take as many as I need to build an amazing makeshift hose.
Oh my God. Watch your hand, Tiki.
You're the one who messed up. You keep forgetting the script.
Watch your mouth with me, baby. Don't worry. Be happy.
Yeah, knowing the water that comes out is fresh, it'd be a good way to fill the tank in the cargo hold. And I'm sure the hose is long enough. But wouldn't it be better to wait until you have everything you need to build the neutrino detector, so the hose robber won't see it and steal it too?